Cheers, my boy.
Woo.
We got him.
We got nothing but
We got him.
welcome to another episode of this Podcast Sox.
That was good.
I am your co-host, E-Dog.
And your boy, Jimmy G. With the
Let's
sexy
go.
boys.
This is it. Bear fans.
We got him.
I know the last week's episode, I was coming to terms with a possibility.
Yeah, we both were.
I accepted it. I didn't think this was going to happen.
Yep.
But ultimately, the Bears got the guy they always wanted.
We got our guy, baby.
Ben Johnson.
We got our guy. And
What
when,
a hell of a signing.
dude, when the hell have we ever been able to say we got the most sought after candidate? You know what I mean? We've always gotten like the second or third guy. You know what I mean?
don't think even that. No one wanted Matt Eberflus.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Matt
exactly.
Nagy maybe a little, but other than that, like,
It feels so damn good.
this guy
And
is
listen.
a unique play caller.
Yep.
And let's just jump into it. That press conference, I listened to it all.
Yeah. Do you like it?
I loved it. Everything he said.
I liked it too.
I guess we could talk about what lines you remember. My favorite line was, "Get comfortable being uncomfortable."
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I loved him bringing up beating Matt LaFleur twice.
Yeah. A guy
You
I
have
worked with,
to.
he didn't
Legend,
like
dude.
it.
Lovie Smith. The thing that he said when he
Yep.
got hired was, what did he say? We're gonna kick the Packers' ass or something like that.
No.
We're gonna beat the Packers.
No,
something
you're
like that.
making Lovey sound a lot more crazier than he was.
All right. What did he say?
Lovey said, "Goal number 1, beat the Packers. Goal
All
number 2, win the division. Goal number 3, win the Super Bowl."
Hey, he got real close.
He didn't say it's cocky. He just
Sorry,
said
I may have played that.
that
on
wasn't
my
Lovey
head.
Smith's nature.
No,
No,
Lovie Smith was like the calmest.
yes, he wasn't gonna say we're beating their ass.
Well,
But
maybe
funny,
I think that's what I heard when he said it. You know
well,
what
I
I
mean,
mean?
we knew what he meant.
Yeah.
But no, one of the guys that been there for 40 years at my work, he's got season tickets. He's a 22 years season ticket holder.
Uh-huh.
He said he did not like that. He said that he thinks that puts a target on their back.
Yeah, that's what I think. I was watching Pat McAfee's show, and the guy in there said, "I don't know why you're doing that because now everyone's coming for you." You know what I mean?
think
It's
it
like
was said in light.
you
tone.
gotta say it, man.
It
You gotta
was
say
in
it.
light tone. Because he also complimented him and said, "Hey," well, they asked him about that Jared Goff stumble, and he said that was a Matt LaFleur special.
Yeah.
So
I don't find anything bad by it. I think a lot of people are crapping on him. We kind of talked about it a little bit before. Lion fans, a lot of Lion fans. I wouldn't say all of them, but
I'd say a lot of them are being very disrespectful.
oh hell, they're acting like that guy didn't have he probably is the sole reason that offense is as good as they are.
Well,
You take him out of the equation, I'm not sure they're as good as they are.
I think they hate that he went to the Bears.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of out of the division, but like, why would you not take the best job available? And like he said,
Exactly.
he likes the division. He wants to face Dan Campbell twice.
And
he wants to play LaFleur twice here. He wants to play Kevin O'Connell twice here. And you're a pretty good challenge because it's one of the best divisions, if not the best in football.
Yeah. And here's the thing: if the Bears make the right move last year and fire Eberflus, Ben Johnson's our coach.
I don't think so.
I do.
He
stayed. In my opinion, he stayed with Detroit because the Bears didn't fire Eberflus. He wanted that Bears job.
No, I liked what he said though. I liked that he said, "Hey, I was a great coordinator last year, and I thought I wanted to be head coach." He rejected the Washington job, and then I'm glad he took the year. And he said that he took this year, because he knew there was going to be opportunities this year.
I think it was always us.
And he took the time to learn how to not just be a play caller, but be a leader amongst men. And I love that he said that, because now I think he might have just been one of those coordinators that failed last year, but now he took another year to actually.
I mean, if that's the case, more power to him.
But
I do like that. I feel like he can take command of a room. You know what I mean? It seems like he gets everybody's attention. Yeah, when Eberflus talked, dude, it was just like, oh, what the dude, shut up. You know what I mean? Like,
get it out. And
yeah.
This guy just spoke. I mean, speaking's one thing and whatever, but that's all we have right now.
Yeah.
But he's just, and then he looked right at Caleb. He looked directly at Caleb.
Yeah, he was looking right at all those guys.
It's about you, but it's not all about you.
Yep. I'm so stoked. I'm pumping the brakes a little. I'm pumping the brakes a little bit. Big Cat
said, I sell him to keep it 6 out of 10.
Yes, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 100%. That is what I'm trying to do.
But the Bears will win the Super Bowl next season.
Dude, you did this with Caleb, man, and I'm trying so hard just not to overreact.
But let's be honest.
It's hard though, dude. It's a great move. It's a great hire.
It was a huge issue this year.
Oh, 100%. I think without a doubt we win minimum 3 more games if our coaching.
It took forever to adjust.
Dog shit.
I think we were lucky to be 4-2. Commanders, thank God. At the end of the day, now we're gonna look back at it. Maybe it was a good thing we lost that game. But is that crazy that after that game happened, Bears going a downward spiral? Now the Commanders are in the NFC Championship game. It's crazy what a game like that does.
I think Brisker tweeted and he put, damn, they really did take our swag or something like that.
They did. I mean, it was clear.
They had their own, but like I swear, man, they drained the Bears and then they just took off. Good they also had some lucky wins.
Eberflus needed to be exposed. He got exposed. Shane Waldron got exposed after that. Which he was already getting exposed.
I still can't believe, dude, we hired Shane Waldron as our coordinator.
And then the guy that took the biggest hit, and it's unfortunate, he just got let go today, was Thomas Brown. Unfortunately, a new coach, new regime, you had to go.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have to go. You can't bring in these new guys and then you go back to being not a coordinator, even like a passing game coordinator. You know what I mean?
He should be an offensive coordinator because he was doing well at it.
I heard he was maybe an option for Aaron Glenn, who is now the Jets head coach, which I think is I really don't think he's going to be a good coach.
Drafted there, he knows the Jets,
I get it. I get it. For him, awesome. Happy for you. But
I wanted to see Rex Ryan back on the sidelines, but a new fresh.
Yeah.
I get the fresh.
I just don't see the I don't see why people are so hyped about him, man. I don't Aaron Glenn.
He's because he's a freaking leader. How do you not get hyped about that guy? Led
leader
stringers and fourth stringers, and they held the Vikings at 9 points. They were busting their balls off.
I mean, we'll see. I don't think it's
expected. Now,
yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about that. I don't know if that translates. I didn't want him as my head coach. No, I know. I was worried about it for a while.
But no, I'm pumped. I wonder if McCarthy lands a job now.
I was wondering that too. Like you were saying, me and you were definitely okay with landing McCarthy. And I don't know. I would have been okay with it because, again, he's going to take you to playoffs. He's a perfectly fine coach, but nothing that excites you. You know what I mean? Nothing that makes your pants tighter. You know what I mean?
It's just he's a little older. He's old school.
Yep.
He's stubborn. He sticks to, if it doesn't work, he's just keep trying it. It's kind of Matt Nagy-esque.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy when the news broke because I got the alert that said Bears are in talks with Ben John, like things are heating up or something like that. And I was like, oh, cool. I was like, so we might be the landing spot. And then I ignored it for a little bit and I was working and I'm on my phone. And then, Mike texts me and he goes, Ben Johnson, boys. And I'm like, I wonder if he's talking about the report I saw. And then I looked at my phone and it says done deal. And I was like, holy shit, fuck yes. I can't say how important this move is to have an offensive-minded coach, and not just an offensive-minded coach, but a coach of his caliber to draw up these plays, dude. He's so creative. And I swear to God, dude, if we have big man interceptions or something like that, I'm gonna get pretty frustrated. It's like the Nagy days. Nagy would draw those up. Remember those?
When he had what was it? who's the big dude? He got him in the line. He tried to
Yeah, he got him in the end zone.
refrigerator Perry kind of thing, but it was with
Yeah, he had
Hicks,
some.
with
Yeah,
Hicks,
he had
Akeem
some of
Hicks.
those up his sleeve, and I don't know. I just think I really and people are calling us out. You know, they're saying, "Oh, surely this won't end poorly for the Bears," and I get it. History repeats itself. We
And to
have
be
not
clear, Matt Nagy won Coach of the Year in his first year as head coach for the Bears.
right, and he brought us to the playoffs again with a lineup that probably had no business going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yes, it was the extended 7
Yeah.
first
The
year of
first year
that.
of it, I believe.
Yeah, but
But he did.
honestly,
I mean, we don't make
Nagy
the
did.
playoffs all that much, so
Yeah, I mean, people crap on Nagy, including myself. I give him a lot of shit. But it's like almost the Lovey effect. You know what I mean? Where Lovey got fired after what, a 10-6 season.
let's not disrespect Lovey there.
All right. Well, what was? I mean, I miss Lovey.
Matt Nagy's
Lovey's not
last year was
Lovey wouldn't be the same though.
Matt Nagy's last year we were 5-11 or 4-12. Lovey got fired for going 10-6.
Yeah, I mean,
because Matt Nagy made the playoffs to go in 8-8.
Yeah, I mean,
because he went. I think Nagy's record was 12-4.
Who won our division that year? By the way, that Lovey got fired at 10-6. I don't remember.
And it was Hal Lovey. I mean, for the record,
that's incredible to go 10-6 and still not make playoffs.
Well, also think about it where Lovey went back-to-back years. One year he started off 7-1, didn't make the playoffs. Next year they started off 7-3, didn't make the playoffs because they had second half collapse.
Yeah.
One was a color injury, broken thumb, and the other year there's no excuses. I don't remember who won. That was 13 years ago. I don't really remember, but
yeah. And then they're saying rumors that we're gonna take the Lions, I think, offensive line coach as our coordinator,
Fraley,
which I'd be cool with. But now the report is Ben Johnson saying that he's not gonna, dig into the Detroit's channel over there because I mean, I guess that is a little shitty. You know what I mean? Picking them up.
If they want to follow you, you want to follow you.
That says a lot too about Ben Johnson if those guys start following him. You know what I mean?
Dan Campbell's a hell of a coach. He brought those guys on. He could
crazy, dude. I was gonna share a video and I realized last minute that the video had a song in it, so we would have got flagged for copyright. But it was a video of Detroit fans talking about Ben Johnson, and like you said, dude, it is absolutely insane that they are acting like he didn't. First of all, get real, Detroit fans. That's saying that he wasn't focused enough for this game. Absolutely crazy to say that your offensive coordinator wasn't focused. Do I think it's a little messed up that they allow coaches to interview while playoffs are going on? Probably.
I'm with Bill Belichick. Belichick has something to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think he pretty much said the same thing, right?
He said it should be after the Super Bowl, and then
and I agree with that. But if that's what it's gonna be, then that's what it needs to be, and you need to make sure that nobody's tampering.
But you could
Tom
clearly
Brady.
tell in that press conference how much Detroit meant to Ben. He cried. He was choked up when he mentioned
100%.
how much he loved Dan Campbell and the Lions.
I don't
he
know.
did not want to leave there.
No, and to see the hate that he's getting, dude, it's ridiculous. And everyone's like, new enemy, your enemy number one now.
Good.
And saying the nasty things that they're saying. The rivalry, that's fine. You know what I mean? And you can tell, I don't know if you saw the St. Brown podcast.
No, but I know he probably got choked up about it.
Yeah, he was, dude, Amon-Ra, dude, he looked like he was messed up, man. He didn't want to talk about any of it. He was quiet, which they usually are.
I mean, they're probably also quiet because they just lost their game. They thought they were going to.
Yeah, but dude, he just seemed different though. I can't even explain it, man. I mean, it's crazy
because they were trying to get Ben Johnson to say things in the press conference, and he was he mentioned Amon-Ra. He said he is who he is because of the guys in the locker room.
And I still love how Amon-Ra a couple of weeks ago was like, "You guys aren't getting Ben. You guys aren't getting Ben." I think it was when he was talking to Caleb or something. You know what I mean? Low key feel like he always knew that Bears were getting Ben, but
well, I guess I didn't know like all this stuff where he goes to a Cub game every year for the last.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, man. I didn't know any. If I would have known all that, I would have been pretty confident the Bears would have been getting him. You know what I mean?
He just said like, "This is the place we're supposed to be. This is the place where I want my kid to be. Go to school."
I'm glad you brought that up. I want to ask you because I tweeted it. Was the introduction into Hallis Hall, the clapping, all the applause, did you find that a little cringe and over the top?
No.
You thought it was okay?
I liked it.
The standing ovation that lasted like 2 minutes.
Welcome to our head coach. Congratulations to your job. Like,
yeah, I guess
he's the new leader of the place.
My mind is you haven't done anything yet, so it's like I'm cool with like the, clapping it up a little bit and dapping them up.
Don't know who all was doing the clapping. I mean, they could have been players. There could have been. I don't know.
I think it was all like the office people. It was, you know what I mean? Like,
I just feel like Ryan Poles should be sweating when he does this stuff, though. I think he's a little too confident.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. If Ben Johnson doesn't do anything, you're out, dude.
Ryan Poles also needs to assemble this roster a touch better, piece it a little better.
Yeah. Oh, and we can talk about that because I want a guy, and I know it's dumb to get him.
Who? Khalil Mack?
Oh no, I mean I would totally be okay with signing Mack, but Mack's gonna want too much money for what he's currently worth. No, I'm talking about in the draft. A position that we should not be going after.
No, we don't need a running back. We do though. We do,
but we don't. Not priority. Not priority.
Not at 10. Which he ain't gonna be at 10 anyway. I don't think.
A lot of people are having mock drafts at him being available there.
But Swift is good if you give him a good line.
He's good in open space. The second he gets touch, he's down.
The David Montgomery. Swift doesn't have.
I don't want to hear that. Roshan was a miss of a draft pick.
No.
Roshan is a miss.
I don't think so. We didn't draft him that high.
What do you mean? He's a miss.
He's not a miss. What was he, a 4th round pick?
Oh man, I want to say second.
Because I don't think we drafted him second. I think he's a late pick, and I think he's done fine. He's never got the full job. Unfortunately, DeAndre Swift has nothing on Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is probably the most.
You are correct.
What was he, a 4th?
4th round, 115th overall.
He does fine for a 4th in his role.
I don't even think he does fine for a 4th.
He hasn't had much of an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean I feel like he had a concussion this year. Didn't he last year too?
I don't remember last year. He got much of the field last year because the year before, who was our monsters last year? We didn't have DeAndre Swift. I don't know who we ran with. Drawing a blank of who our starter was.
Oh my God, last year, yeah.
It was Fields. Montgomery was gone the year. That was Montgomery's first year gone. I couldn't even tell you.
Oh my God, dude! What fans are we right now? Let's think it out.
So Fields was the crazy rusher, and then oh my God, it was.
It wasn't Montgomery, right?
No, Montgomery's been gone now. This was year number 2.
Okay, we got this. Oh my God! Oh, I know it. Herbert.
Khalil Herbert. There you go.
Yep.
We had him on. He's on
my freaking fantasy team.
He was on our team this year for the first few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought he was not great running back. I thought he was a good running back for us. So I was a little bummed. I don't think Swift played well enough, but also that, the O-line was atrocious.
Sucked.
Yeah.
Play calling sucked. I mean, when Swift went off, he went
off. And Swift
off.
Definitely had his games. Yeah, Swift definitely had his games. But yeah, man, overall, super pumped about Ben Johnson. I think it's the right move. Also, got to give credit where credit is due. McCaskey did something that he never does and opened up the checkbook for a coach.
Everything this year. They fired a coach mid-season.
Yeah. So, maybe a little bit, us saying, the things that we have been saying, I think maybe got to give him a little bit of credit because he is doing things differently than what he would normally do. So that's good. That's a step in the right direction.
Bulls and the Bears have a lot of cap space, a lot of money.
Yep. They got
some. They got good draft capital.
Yep.
And they already have a good nucleus of talent.
Yeah. I'm excited. Like P-Dog said, with Barstool Big Cat, 6 out of 10 excitement level. We'll not let it get any higher.
I'm about 8. I'm about 8.
Although Preston's few episodes away from saying that the Bears are going back to the Super Bowl.
And then what I don't like is Dennis Allen as DC.
You don't like that?
So he's been a crap.
I think I'd be okay with it.
He's been one of the worst head coaches. But I guess everywhere
but not a DC.
Everywhere he's been a DC, he's been fine. But then he was a DC of the Broncos. I think he did good. It led him to a head coaching job for the Raiders, where he was pathetic. Then he became a coordinator again with the Saints. Then got the head coaching job where again he was pathetic.
Yeah, sad, super sad to be honest.
I think as but he does have head coaching experience, which it could kind of a bad one. But he could help out.
Yeah, at least kind of guide Ben in certain situations. I don't know, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see where we go. We got offensive coordinator position and defensive coordinator positions open. Thought about applying myself, but I know nothing about anything. So, but let's talk about divisional round review.
What a weekend!
You watch those games?
Good games.
Yeah, I know, right?
So let's start off. Saturday afternoon's game was the Texans and the Chiefs, and let's just dive right into it.
Preston, go ahead. You released a short. Yep.
My God, it is getting out of control, and it's not even us anymore. Troy Aikman's going off on it.
Yeah, when the broadcasters say something's wrong.
A few of the Texas players, and even the head coach, D'Amico Ryan, said, so first off, the first rough in the passer, bad,
terrible.
Terrible. Then in the middle, and when the game was still, one score, 1 point, I think, Pat Mahomes is, dinking and dunking, which is fine. Then he's hiding behind his linemen, trying not to be seen.
He's doing that thing where he runs to the sideline and then comes back in and kind of just hovers around.
It's taunting and toying, but I'm not going to kill him for it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the two Texas players come in and hit each other, and graze him.
Yep.
But it doesn't even matter. He's a runner.
Yep.
And they call it unnecessary roughness, which is an automatic first down when it should have been a fourth down.
Yep.
Which was awful. And then, like a play after that, or 2 plays after that, Mahomes scatters to the out of bounds. One guy's just gently, he sees him going out, so he just fingertips on his push. Fingertips, and then he
literally hand placing on his back
because he knew he was reading the call.
Throws up his hands,
act like he got shoved.
He's the LeBron of the NFL, and it just irritates me.
But credit that was not called.
Yes,
but
you know what I mean. But that's like one of like.
But it made me
6.
disgusted. It made me and I said this. I made a lot of Chiefs fans unhappy with me, but because I said you're going to play like that. I hope next week
you had some people coming for you.
Someone make a count and hit them as hard as you can and say, "Bitch, that's a necessary roughness."
Yeah, you had some people coming for you. For the record, I do not condone. I think this brings bad juju onto Preston sports teams, and for this fact, I am upset that we like the same teams.
But I just was it made me. I mean, I respect his game to a degree. I bitch a lot about the Chiefs, but that whole series, I just lost all respect for him. I felt anger to him, obviously.
Yeah,
and it puts them.
I will say, and I don't know who this person is, so I got to bring it up. Someone commented on this Podcast Sox Facebook page. If you do not follow us, we are on Facebook. This Podcast Sox, so go ahead and follow right now. But someone called you out and said Josh Allen does flop, and I have witnessed him flopping quite a bit.
Not like that.
I wouldn't say as often as Mahomes does it, but Allen does have his moments where he gets hit and it's like a soft hit, and Allen kind of goes like this. I've seen him do it plenty of times. I've seen him do it at least 4 times that I could remember. So I don't know. You could just not like Mahomes, and it digs deeper for you.
I don't know. How'd you feel?
I mean, I didn't like seeing it either. It's only because the Chiefs always get some kind of call that helps with the outcome of the game. In this case, obviously the Chiefs won pretty.
But
it was close.
It was close, though, right? First down.
Yeah.
And then I think something shady with the punter running out of bounds for a safety to cover.
Well, and then I think Houston kicked a field goal, and they jumped off. Kansas City jumped off sides, and they just completely ignored it. So there was that too. That was pretty frustrating.
I don't think these penalties mattered as much.
Yeah,
but it just keeps
it's
going.
frustrating.
Why do the refs seem to favor the Chiefs?
It seems like the teams that the Chiefs play are under a microscope, and they're watching them like crazy. And then, like, what we were just saying, that the Chiefs get off with everything. Like, you know what I mean? They don't look. Now, I forget which podcast it was that I was watching.
Because Podcast Sox?
Probably because it's the best podcast ever. Follow now. Shout out to those random people who follow us, by the way. Love you guys.
All 110 of you.
Yeah, all 110 of you. But no, they were talking about it, and he added up the amount of penalties against the Chiefs and against their opponents late in the game. And the Chiefs have I think it was maybe 5 or 6 less penalties called against them. So it was pretty close. So he was trying to prove a point, it's not what everyone thinks that the Chiefs get all these calls. But I think what it is the Chiefs get the calls in the more crucial moments. You know what I mean?
I know they're the team that's winning, and I'm just trying to think why the NFL wants to push a narrative that that's what's making me
it's your girl, dude. T Swizzle.
Because they does help. And now Caitlin Clark.
Yep. Dude, it's so frustrating.
But yeah, and then the night game, which was the big upset that you thought. You told me Commanders upset the Lions. I think it was 45-31.
Yeah, and I'm pissed because in my short, I was like, the Commanders aren't winning this game. They will not win against the Lions. And I should have listened to my gut in the pod.
You came on the pod. You said,
Yeah. Oh, dude, I told you, man.
You listen to me too much. Well, Jared Goff.
Yeah. Goff was Goff.
He was
Jared Goff.
He was off.
Jared Goff.
And then Ben
Guess
Johnson.
what, Detroit? He finally goffed you.
I'll straight up say Ben Johnson and his special weird Jameson Williams call.
That was the most stupid.
Sense. Then he doesn't throw it away. It looked exactly like what we drew up with Keaton Allen in Week 18, where he just threw the ball.
Yep. And I'm sure, too, when he goes back to the bench, they're telling him, why'd you throw that? You got to get rid of that. If
it's not there, it's not there.
Yeah, it's not. If it's not, and they're probably telling him before that play, if it's not there, throw it away. You know what I mean? And dude went for it.
Game started off awesome. It was just so much scoring.
Oh yeah, I don't think I had it on to start, and I think I checked the score within the first 10 minutes or so, and it was already 20.
The first half was a 31-21. And then the Lions scored quick to make it 31-28, and then it was about done from there because Goff just was chucking it, getting picked. Jaden Daniels, my God, what can you say about him?
Yeah, I mean, the dude's a beast. I'm tired of people coming to me and saying that the Bears made the wrong choice because there's way too much that can happen just because the rookie years. And listen, Caleb, did he have the best year? No. But did he have an okay year for a rookie? Absolutely. I'm okay with the year he had under those circumstances.
I'm just looking at Daniel.
Shit coach, no offensive line.
Daniel just has such great composure and hats off. Dan Quinn, what a hell of a job you've done.
Yeah, dude.
And you really didn't Terry McLaurin's been there. You got a bunch of average receivers with McLaurin. You had Eckler under the radar with Eckler.
Yep. He came up big. Yep. He had
Brian
some good
Robinson.
plays.
You added Bobby Wagner from your old Seahawks days to be the leader of the defense. Just everything, man.
It makes me jealous because I always feel like the Bears should be what the Commanders are right now.
Well, no one thought the Commanders were going to do this. Everyone thought Commanders were more than likely last place, maybe third.
I kind of said that they were going to be solid.
I don't.
We got to go back to our early videos.
Yeah, I don't think you said, playoffs.
I don't think I had them in the playoffs, but I think I had them as a sneaky team. They ended up being way better than a sneaky team. But
now they're in the NFC Championship game with a real chance to win.
Yep, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
And but just I was shocked. I was shocked.
Good game though. I mean, I say good game because I enjoyed the Lions losing. So
I was disappointed, but I wasn't.
Of course you were,
devastated.
because you love the Lions and you got Dan Campbell's
I
junk
love
right
his
at your
press
face.
conference. My God, what a press conference that he had. He sat there crying, saying my fault, and I was like, dude,
Yeah,
it's Jared Goff. It's in the defense.
oh
was banged
yeah,
up.
you have a different quarterback in that
But
situation.
the fact that Dan Campbell just puts everything on himself there and wears
You know
it.
who probably wins that game? Matt Stafford.
Not if it's cold.
Well, it was
It was
dome.
in Detroit in the dome,
Yeah.
but
They would have been
that
high,
leads
man.
us to the Rams and Eagles playoff game.
Yep.
Another incredible game.
Yeah, good game. Obviously, snowy game. Are you a fan of snow games?
Yes.
Even though it has a big outcome of you know what I mean? How
yes, it just
the
has
game
an
is called.
atmosphere. I know some people want to see the best versus the best, but guess what? This is part of nature's game. I love it.
Yeah. I mean,
it sucks that Stafford grew up in Georgia, went to Georgia College, and played in domes his whole NFL career.
Yep.
Because
that's where he's comfortable.
I picked the Rams to win that game, and I thought they had a when they threw that pass to Puka Nacua,
they had a real shot, man. Yeah.
And then they just didn't. They should have called a timeout. Instead, they let the guy the Bears should have drafted over Jalen Carter.
Oh,
he just went right in there unblocked and ended the game essentially.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, Saquon.
Actually, the Rams didn't have a timeout, but they should have. I don't know. They should have adjusted something.
Saquon took over that game
too in the second half.
Yeah.
But the Rams answered the call. Like, they were down by like, you see how quick Stafford went to no huddle and just let them, and the defense stopped them again. And
Rams were in that game almost the entire game. It was a fun game to watch.
Snow did make a difference because Stafford,
100%.
you could tell. Kyron Williams fumbled, Stafford fumbled.
Yep. No, it was a fun game to watch.
That
Good
tackle
football.
on Hurts, though, was kind of nasty.
Which one?
The one he got snapped back, and why you kind of is limping into this week.
Yeah, they said they said he's good now.
He's gonna play.
Yeah, I mean, you can't miss NFC Championship. You got to be really hurting if you're missing. But yeah, it was a good game. I think we both. Did you predict Rams to win? Or
I did.
Okay. But I mean, we both had it as a close game.
I thought the Rams were going to win. I just felt like
Eagles
are kind of.
Rams were my team that I predicted to make the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought they had a slow go at it, especially losing to the Bears early on.
And injuries got them. They lost their two receivers.
Dude, I love Puka so much. I love watching that guy play. Dude's a monster, man.
Fun game.
Dude's a beast. That last catch that he had to make it close. Man.
They got it in the red zone, and then that, like I said, that sack is killer, and then put you on 4th and long, and then what was it? This leads us to the classic on Sunday night.
Preston's game.
It was a classic too. My God.
Yep, it was a good game.
So many storylines involved on it. You know, prior to the Mahomes, like, because we knew the winner of that game was going to the Kansas City.
Yep.
Both these guys need a win. Both these guys' legacy kind of takes a ding if they lose.
Yeah.
Both these guys, we talked about last week, but one of them are going to win MVP.
Yep.
And just they live to the hype. Unfortunately, one team didn't make turnovers, the other team did.
Yep.
And that was mostly the difference maker. And then obviously Mark Andrews struggling. One of the worst games of his career.
Oh my God, dude! Mark Andrews makes that catch. That whole game could be.
But they did leave him in.
Ravens could have won the thing.
They left him in the half left for the Bills to drive.
They did.
Ravens defense was getting hot.
Yeah. But also too, Josh Allen has proven that he can drive the length of the field.
But it wasn't that kind of game for him.
No, you're right.
They changed their whole style.
I like to think, though, in that moment, game on the line, he would have done it again, though.
They played that game, which was odd, but they played it like, hey, real safe.
Yeah.
And it was odd, but
you think that game is any different if the Ravens have their receivers?
If they're only missing Zay, and I don't. I mean, Lamar still fumbled the damn ball. He made up for it, but he
Yeah.
still fumbled the ball that led to points.
Yeah, true.
And he seems to do this every time he gets into the playoffs. Though he played a good enough game.
Yeah.
But still, Josh Allen didn't turn the ball over.
I'm
He threw
happy.
a bad pick.
Yeah. I'm happy because I don't think there's any way Lamar beats Mahomes. I do think, however, that Josh Allen can beat Mahomes.
And it just leads to that.
He hasn't done it yet, but
he only beats him in the regular season. He's got a better record in the regular season, but when postseason comes around.
Yep. Postseason completely different.
And I guess that leads us right into it, right? Should we just you got any Bills Chiefs?
Bills Chiefs, man.
That's the night game. Let's go into the 2:00 game first.
All right.
Eagles, Commanders, NFC East showdown.
I really think both these games are going to be good games. At least I hope so. Let's have some good football. But I do think the Eagles will get the win. I think overall they're just too good of a team. I don't think they're going to stop Saquon. I think the Eagles defense will find a way to slow Jaden Daniels down. Rookie quarterback. I think he's going to show it a little bit this game, make a couple mistakes. But it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a fun game to watch. Who do you got?
I don't know. Hurts is banged up, but Saquon is a monster. He should have had 200 yards in both games.
Yeah, they might give him the ball 35 times this game.
AJ Brown's been a no-show. This passing,
I know, dude.
Eagles has been horrific.
You think he might be gone soon?
AJ Brown?
Yeah.
No.
You think a trade's coming?
I think he's fine.
I mean, to start the year, you thought he was off the team.
They're in the NFC. They're in the NFC Championship game. You don't leave, which is still crazy. Though they're in the NFC Championship game and they haven't had a good passing game.
Yeah, right.
But Saquon alone makes things work. Commanders. I don't want to pick against Jane Daniels right now. I really don't, because he's a miracle worker. This Commanders team seems like just a team of destiny right now.
Yeah.
But I just feel like this Eagles defense is too good.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a tight. I think it's going to come down to, because the storyline's been, if the Commanders get the ball in a close game, I trust Jane Daniels to go down the field and score a touchdown.
Dude,
I think they're going to have that chance, but I think the Eagles defense, just like they were with the Rams, they'll bend, but they're not going to break, and they're going to hold them. I bet you it's going to come to a point where the Commanders need a touchdown to win it instead of a field goal. It's going to be a 4-point game. I bet you it's Eagles 27, Commanders 23.
Interesting. I'm not going to lie. I'm scared as hell, because if the Commanders make it to the Super Bowl, that's gonna dig deep. That's gonna hurt.
I feel you. I don't know who I want to root for. That's just a pick. But who I'm rooting for, I haven't decided yet.
I am also rooting for the Eagles, because I don't think I can handle the Commanders going to the Super Bowl when we thought that if any rookie quarterback would, it'd be Caleb. Crazy to me.
Like Hurts. I don't like Nick Sirianni. I don't like AJ Brown. I don't really want to root for the Eagles team.
Yeah, I feel that.
And Dan Quinn, I do like Dan Quinn.
Yeah. Is it good for football if the Commanders win the Super Bowl over any other team?
Yeah, it's got to be. First off, it's been 30-something years since they've been.
Yeah.
Since they beat the Bills in '92, I think I read.
Yeah. Man, dude. It would sting like a mother effer.
It won't sting. I wouldn't take it with the line. So I'd take it. This is the grain of salt.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. They just think Dan Quinn's the better coach. He's been to a Super Bowl before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jane Daniels is composed better. And
we'll see, man.
And then you got, like we were saying, Bills, Chiefs, the 4th time they've played in the playoffs. I think it's the 2nd time they play in the championship game. I expect another classic.
Same, but I hope Josh Allen just kicks the living shit out of them.
Josh Allen's always kicked the living shit. It's just always seems.
All right, relax.
It's just seems to be the worst luck.
Yes. I mean, he always runs into Mahomes. You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
him. It's because Allen balls.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Last year, Diggs drops a ball that was a dime.
Yeah.
And also, I think Tyler Bass missed a huge field goal.
Yeah.
The other year where they should have done it, they left them 13 seconds on the clock. Oh, it should be game over. But no, they squib it, and Tyreek Hill brings it back for the kick and field goal.
I hope this is the year for him. I think it'd be an awesome Super Bowl. I'm rooting for probably the more exciting Super Bowl to me is Bills Commanders, but I am rooting for a Bills Eagles.
Bills Eagles would be exciting. Chiefs Eagles would be exciting because the rematch of the great one a few years ago. I don't want to see it, but I'm just saying. I
don't want to see it either.
Chiefs Commanders. I mean, you could say the new age against the middle age.
Yeah, and you would have all of America, I think, rooting for Jaden Daniels in that case.
How fun would that be?
What's that? Commanders Chiefs?
Yeah. Oh, Pat Mahomes, the first quarterback he could have drafted. Jaden Daniels, the second quarterback he could have, or third quarterback he could have drafted.
Bear fans are gonna be shit on, dude, if that's the Super Bowl.
They skipped on both of them.
God, I don't want that narrative. I don't want that narrative. Can't happen.
Mahomes deserved. Daniels not yet.
Yeah, that can't happen. I don't want it. I don't want it at all.
But Bills, Chiefs, I actually do think that Josh Allen is going to play a non-turnover football game. And I think there probably will be no turnovers at all because the Chiefs don't really turn it over in the second half.
We'll also see what the weather's like.
I think they're going to hold Kelsey down after what they saw last week.
Yeah.
I think the Bills are going to battle. I bet you it's going to come down to a field. I bet the Bills win 21-20.
21-20. Oh, I don't know about that, man. I think if it's that close, I think Mahomes can get him in a field goal range. You know how he works.
Not if the Bills if the Bills have the ball last.
True. Very true. Very true. Oh God, we'll see, man. I pray that Josh Allen gets this dub because I'm so sick of Mahomes and the Chiefs. I am going. I've been tossing about this, man. I want to say Allen.
Because there's no way Mahomes can win 4 straight against him.
I'm going to cement it and say the Buffalo Bills go to the Super Bowl this year.
Because this is huge for the league.
But percent-wise, I'm like 51% Buffalo. You know what I mean? 49.
Well, I'm
Chiefs.
I'm 48% Buffalo, 47% refs, and then 5% Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this much. America's watching for sure. The refs. You better hope you don't mess up a call.
More than ever.
Yeah, because you're gonna get torn apart on social media if you do. And that's gonna be bad for the NFL.
Because if the Bills are able to if Josh Allen's able to knock off Pat Mahomes, history's off the line there, and it shows it's a new era.
Yep.
Because then you're like, okay, Mahomes has been dethroned for the first time.
Yep.
Because the only guy that's dethroned him is Brady.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
And obviously a legend. So that's crazy, man.
That is it. I think Mahomes has been in the Super Bowl every year. My bad. I lied. And Buehrle.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Brady and once by Brady a couple times, and then
the Brady one went to overtime, didn't it?
The Patriots, Patriots, they had that AFC Championship game, yes.
And I think the one with Burrow too was a close game as well. Wasn't that overtime?
No, but I think it was a good one.
I think it was overtime, wasn't it? Didn't somebody miss a?
I don't remember.
Well,
the Chiefs Bills game went to overtime.
I do know it was a close game. I think it was a close game.
Both of them were. Both games were very close.
Yeah.
One that the Bengals lost, and the one the Bengals won.
Yep. I'm gonna be watching Mahomes like a hawk, though, making sure he ain't talking to the refs. You know what I mean?
I just don't know why someone's got to fake it when you have all that talent.
Yeah, that's a frustrating part. I get, You know what I mean? If you feel like that you're being roughed up or something like that, but
No,
you're
you
not.
felt the
You're
hand.
not.
You knew where the calls were trending.
You
knew what you were
LeBroned it.
doing.
You LeBroned it. Change of pace here. Some baseball news that we were talking about a little bit earlier. Mark Buehrle misses Hall of Fame again. Does he ever get in?
It's a fucking shame. It's a travesty. It's bullshit. It's all the fucking above. Mark, what's this? I wish I had the stats in front of me. I forgot. I've had a week where I was sick. I had a list of stats I was gonna say here. Dude was durable. I know that doesn't get you Hall of Fame alone, but
yeah,
dude didn't miss starts. Dude had over 200 career wins. He had a decent amount of strikeouts. He's a World Series champion. He got a save in the World Series, got a win, has a perfect game, has a no-hitter. Guy's got a ton of complete games.
Yep.
And today's
214 wins, 116 losses.
There you
go. Career ERA of 381, 1,800. Yeah, 1,870 career strikeouts.
How many Gold Gloves?
4 Gold Gloves.
That's good. That's a good
1
amount.
World Series, 5 All-Star appearances. I mean, the dude is like, and like you said,
how many years he pitched 32 starts or more?
Oh, that's a one that I gotta specifically hold on.
32 or more.
32 starts or more?
Yeah. I believe he pitched for like 15 years.
Sing a song, Preston, while we're looking this up.
Sing us a song with a piano man. I don't know the rights to that song. No, I know a lot of people. I know they hate on me because I'm a diehard Sox fan. Buehrle was my favorite Sox player of all time. But this dude
Buehrle got me interested in pitching.
How many was it?
I'm still looking it up.
No. Like you're also a lefty.
Well, not really a stat that's easy to look up.
I thought you were on Baseball Reference. I thought you were saying go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But yeah, no, that's exactly it. Is Buehrle being a lefty and then being a lefty myself. You know what I mean? It was just, I don't know, man. You glue yourself to that person and you get locked in and you think you're that. You think you're that player. And I would pretend to be Mark Buehrle and stuff like that. And it was just, God, dude, it was so fun to watch him pitch. And
he pitched such a quick game.
Yes, the way
he threw under 90.
It did suck on his game sometimes though, because you get there and then before you knew it, you were leaving, and you're like, "Damn."
Well, now it doesn't matter. Their time now.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think he had a game under 2 hours once.
Yeah, super fun to watch. Will always be a legend in my book. Hall of Famer in my eyes. Probably
At this point,
won't get there.
It's not looking good.
Yeah.
The Hall of Famers, however, were Ichiro, who, you know what irks my jerks on this?
What irks your jerks?
Ichiro was not unanimous.
By one, right?
Vote.
Same with Jeter, right?
Like that's a freaking Jeter.
Yeah, that's
I think
crazy.
Jeter's overrated. I think
I would love to know who the one guy was who didn't.
Ichiro is not. Ichiro had something.
No, Ichiro to me was better. Yeah, absolutely.
He played he came in the league at 30 and just tore the league up for a decade.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I would love to know who said, "Oh, that doesn't meet the criteria."
Yep, probably a circle jerker or some shit.
And then CC Sabathia made it. Billy Wagner, the closer for the Phillies and Astros, made it.
Yep.
Which I mean, CC deserves. CC was in the same era as Mark Buehrle. Who's the better pitcher? CC had the filthier stuff, better fastball. Yeah. He also went to the Yankees where he had
CC, better known around the world probably than Mark Buehrle.
CC also had that crazy half a season with the Brewers. I remember he got traded there. He went 7-1 with a 1 ERA.
God, dude, I feel and I'm probably saying this because the Sox were obviously a lot better back then, but I just feel like baseball overall was better then.
I felt it too, but maybe it's also the players we grew up with.
We were kids a little bit.
We were able to watch everything instead of
we
didn't work.
Yep. Yeah, I remember the games, those early games when we were in school being on and checking our phones constantly. And we didn't have the smartphones. We had a text, I think, like a ESPN. We had to say score and to get a text back. Remember that?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude. We didn't have those smartphones. Those smartphones didn't come out until like 2011. That was the first year of college.
Right
around then. That's when I had my Droid X.
I had my Razor.
Yeah, I traded in my I think it was called an Envy.
I had an Envy too.
Yeah. So I traded my Envy and I got the Droid X, and then my family was giving me crap.
Those Envies were sick because you could aim them different directions.
They were nice. But yeah, my parents were giving me crap because every time I got a text, my phone would go Droid. Those were the days, man. I thought I was hot shit too. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. We are still in the works of the Hot Ones episode.
It's coming.
Yeah, it is coming. Preston has been a little sicky poo. He's battling through. I was sick before that. Yeah. You guys will get that episode.
Most importantly, thank you for subscribing. And any new listeners, anyone that watches our shorts, anyone that watches these the episodes, hit that red button right there.
Yes.
It says subscribe. You see it? SCRBE?
Yes.
Hit it. Click it.
Yep. And then while you're at it, hit that bell. You'll get notifications when we post.
Ding, ding, dong.
Ding, dong, ding, dong. We both have those. Another episode of this Podcast Sox, episode number 35. We appreciate you all.
Bears fans, like this episode if you're happy we got Ben Johnson.
Yes. If you're pumped about it, send us a like.
If you're a Lions fan, hit the thumbs down.
Yeah. And comment how, pumped you are to see Ben Johnson in Bears gear.
And help our motherfucking algorithm.
Amen. All right. Deuces. Another episode. We out here. Toodaloo, mother.